I have with me Tim Wakefield, a part of the Space Ghost Sports Hall of Fame. Tim, thanks for being here.
My pleasure.
And taking the time. I want to get your take on the facility so far.
I think it's great. It's a great opportunity for the student athletes here, the baseball players and the softball players, to hone their skills in to be able to try to bring a national championship back to Florida Tech. So I'm excited that my name's on it.
Yeah. Talk about how much it means to you as an alum to see the dedication from Florida Tech in the facility.
It means a lot to me because, I've been supportive of the athletic program here, especially the baseball program, because it gave me the opportunity to live out my dreams, and, with Coach Hall being here and just to have your name attached to it, it's a huge honor. I mean, words can't describe what I'm feeling today, and to be able to have it dedicated to me and just to try to help the student athletes, achieve their goals too. I mean, a lot of those guys want to play in the major leagues, and hopefully this gives them a chance to do that.
As an alum, you've had some great experiences in the league and everything. Can you give me a quick, who's your hardest hitter that you faced in the major league?
Every single one of them.
Every single one.
They're the best in the world. So there was not one guy that I wasn't afraid of. I took everyone very seriously, and they're the best. So you gotta bring your A game for sure.
Where would you like to see Florida Tech here in the next 5 years as far as the baseball?
I think they're headed in the right direction. Obviously, Coach Berkmeyer has done a great job with the program since he took over for Les, and really, they're probably one of the best in the conference. The Sunshine State Conference is probably the best Division II conference in the country, and Florida Tech is one of the top teams in this conference. So hopefully they can get back to the tournament and bring a national championship home.
Absolutely. I want to get your take real quick. This is just a brief little side note regarding college baseball nowadays. You played, back in the day when I think there was aluminum bats back then.
Yes.
But now they use the BB Core baseball bats. I want to get your take on what's your take on the baseball bats?
I have no idea what the regulations are now. I know back when we played, we had the green Eastons and the black Magics, and those are kind of really the only two bats that we could use. And I know they got a lot lighter and a lot faster off the bat. I know they needed to make some changes because kids were getting hurt.
Talk about the Red Sox organization right now and outlook for this upcoming season.
I think after the year they went from worst to first to worst. I think the organization's done a great job revamping their team, the roster. So they had to make a lot of trades last year. Unfortunately, Lester was one, Lackey, some big key guys they had to let go to put themselves in a position to compete this year. And I think they've done that. And everything looks good on paper until you actually toe the rubber or step in the batter's box for the first time in April on opening day. So I'm anxious to see what these guys can do. But right now they look very strong.
Oh yeah, thanks. We've dedicated the Tim Wakefield batting facility today in honor of our alumnus who had a fantastic career here at Florida Tech before he went to professional to the big leagues. And he still holds the record for the most home runs, 40. And for the season home runs, 22. So he's still very much a champion as far as we're concerned. He's done so much for Florida Tech that we thought we'd do it here on Valentine's Day to show how much we love Tim Wakefield.
So that was the inspiration, behind this facility, is to kind of give back to Tim Wakefield what he gave to the sport of baseball and to the Florida Tech, Institute as well.
Yes, he's always been very generous to his alma mater. He's always supported our teams, and he's a member of our board of trustees. He's very active in charities like autism. He's a very generous supporter of early intervention strategies. So in addition to being a great athlete, he's a great humanitarian.
Where would you like to see the Florida Tech baseball program take off here in the next 5 years? Where would you like to see them?
I'd like to see it take off right now. I think they're off to a good start. They're undefeated so far, and I really think that we've got potential for winning some national championships in baseball and maybe softball as well.
And also, beautiful day out here and beautiful campus. Talk about Tim Wakefield and his professional career and all he did in the professional ranks and all the success he had, and how proud that makes Florida Tech.
It does. As a matter of fact, Coach Les Hall is with us today, and that was his coach when he was here at Florida Tech. Not so many people know it, but he was a first baseman at Florida Tech. He wasn't a pitcher, and Les Hall encouraged him to become a pitcher. And he was showing him the various pitches, and he said, well, here's a knuckleball. And Tim didn't execute it very well as a college student. So Coach Hall told him, nah, don't spend any time on knuckleball. Just work on your fastball. So Tim says he didn't follow that advice, and that made a career for him.
Absolutely. Could you talk about what's next for Florida Tech? What's next up on the project, so to speak?
Well, of course, we still want to improve our athletics facilities. There's always the question of a football stadium, but right now we're pretty happy at Palm Bay Stadium. There's always our next big question, interestingly, has to do with tennis, because right now our facilities don't meet NCAA standards. So our immediate project is to get an NCAA eligible, championship eligible tennis facility.
Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate your time, and the facility looks great.
Thanks for your interest in Florida Tech.